Hi students, welcome to online class. So in this video we are going to discuss about chapter 9, Introduction to C++. See, in this chapter, in the previous video we have discussed about how to declare a variable and how to declare more than one variable, and then how the memory is allocated for that variable. And then we discussed about the junk values, garbage values. Now we are going for the next concept called initialization of variable. See, what is mean by initialization? Initialization means declaration and assignment are done together, then that is called initialization. Whenever the declaration and assignment statement are done together, then that is called initialization. Assigning the initial value at the time of declaration is called initialization. See here, assigning a value, the initial value is given at the time of declaration. We are going to give the value for the variable at the time of declaration itself. So then that is called initialization. Let us see some examples. So instead of declaring int num, and then again you assign the value to the variable, num is equal to 100. So instead of writing two lines, instead of writing two statements, we can combine the two statements together. Declaration and assignment can be done separately. Int num, then num is equal to 100. You can give like that. There is no problem at all. But you can reduce the size of the program. Instead of giving in two lines, we can reduce the size of the program. You can reduce the program lines also. So instead of giving like that declaration and assignment separately, we can combine that together. So how can we combine int num equal to 100 in single line, so that the program size is reduced. So this concept is called initialization. Like that, float pi is equal to 3.14. Then double price equal to 231.45. Whatever the data type it may be, whatever the variable or whatever the value it may be, no problem. We are just going to combine the declaration and assignment together. So this concept is called initialization. Can you understand, students? Right. Here the variables num, pi and price have been initialized during the declaration. At the time of declaration itself, we have initialized the value. These initial values can be later changed during the program execution. So one boy will ask the question, sir, already we have assigned int num is equal to 100. If I want to change the value of num is equal to 104, is it possible to change? Yes, there is no problem at all. First, initially I am giving int num is equal to 100. Whatever the value, if you want to change, you just give it as an assignment statement. For example, in 5th line of the program, I am giving int num is equal to 100. Maybe in 20th line, if I want to change the value of num as 104, how can I change? In 5th line, I have given int num is equal to 100. If I want to change in 20th line or 21st line, how can I change num is equal to 104? You just give an assignment statement, num is equal to 104. Now what is the value of num? 104. So after that, whatever the process you need, you can do. Can you understand, students? Right. Variables that are of the same data type can be initialized in a single statement. If you want to declare one or more variables of the same data type, we have explained in the last video. So int a, b, c. So a, b, c, all the three variables belongs to integer data type. So like that, is it possible to do the initialization? Yes, it is possible, but all the variables should belong to same data type. See here, in the example they are given, int x1 equal to minus 1 into x1 equal to minus 1 comma x2 equal to 1. So here they have initialized two variables x1 x2, both of them belongs to integer, so they have initialized the value in single statement. Can you understand, students? Right. Now we are going to see the next topic, last topic in this video, dynamic initialization. What is mean by dynamic initialization? A variable that can be initialized during the execution of the program. See, we are going to initialize the value at the time of declaration. We are going to give the value at the time of declaration is called initialization. At the time of declaration itself we are giving the value, so that is initialization. But this is dynamic initialization. What is dynamic initialization means? When we run the program, at the time we used to get the input from the user. When we run the program, sometimes we used to get the input from the user. So the value is not initialized at the time of creating the program. See, you think of like this. Take an example. Int x1 equal to minus 1 comma x2 equal to 1. Now what happens? In the program, the value x1 is minus 1 and the value x2 is 1. So now we know very well, we know the clear cut thing that x1 is minus 1, x2 is 1. So this is called compile time initialization. This is called a compile time initialization. What is compile time initialization? The initialization is done at the time of creating the program. The initialization is done at the time of creating the program. But there is another initialization is called dynamic initialization or runtime initialization. When we create the program int x1 comma x2, so no value is initialized. No value is initialized. But we are going to get the input for x2 and x1. We are going to get the input for x2 and x1. And then what we are going to do is x3 equal to x1 plus x2. If I am giving like that, then what happens? x1, x2 value is not given at the time of creating the program. The value is received from the user and then it is assigned to x1, x2 and it is done addition. Like that, here you see a variable can be initialized during the execution of a program. When we execute the program, we are giving the values. Like that, you see, for example, int num1 comma num2 comma sum. So there is no value for num1 num2. We are going to get the value for num1 num2 from the user. The above statements can be combined into a single statement. Single one. How? Int sum equal to num1 plus num2. Int sum is equal to num1 plus num2. So this initializes sum using the known values of num1 and num2. So now what will happen? So some value should be stored in num1, num2. That should be added together and then it should be stored in sum. Can you understand, students? But the values are given at the time of runtime. Num1 value is not assigned when we create the program. We does not give any value when we create the program. Simply we declared alone int num1 comma num2. Simply we have declared alone. Then we are getting the input from the user and then it is added and then it is stored in sum. So this concept is called dynamic initialization. So I think you might have understood this video. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.